Hello everyone, welcome to SC2 Noob School, and wow, pancakes all over my face. This is actually the second time that I've recorded this video. Tried to record it one time, went to listen to one of the videos just to, watch myself and listen to how handsome my voice is and, all that goodness that I always do every time I make a video. And yeah, there was no voice, and turns out I had my mic muted the whole time. Ah, pancakes all over my face. So this time it's actually going to work and you'll be able to hear me. So this is going to be a way better video than the last one. So what is this video going to be? This is obviously a Terran vs. Zerg, Select versus Lush. We are going to be watching a extremely harassment centric Terran style. The harassment is mostly going to focus on using dropships to abuse the huge, kind of ridiculous amount of cliffs on this map. I'm just zooming or panning around all the places that you can possibly drop on a player, and literally there's anywhere around this map to drop. Just a huge area that you have to defend, and that can be really difficult. And it's a good way to punish a Zerg for trying to go a very economic oriented style on this map, which most Zergs like to do. Scrap Station is generally considered a pretty, I won't say a Zerg favored map, because what's a Zerg favored map? I don't even know what that means. Not a Zerg favored map, but a map that is pretty good for Zergs. So I'll say that. So select style is going to focus, and let me get this production tab up. Bam! Select style is going to focus on getting, he's going to do the 1-1-1 style of build, where he's going for a barracks, and then a factory, and then a starport. And he's going to get a reactor on his factory, pump out a bunch of hellions, pump a single dropship out of his starport, and then use that as his opening harassment. Four hellions and a medevac can be extremely effective, because you never have to commit your entire army to the attack, or you don't have to commit your hellions to the attack. You can run them in if things are looking bad, roaches are coming, queens are eating them up or something. You can just pull them out and drop somewhere else in this huge area. So there was a little bunker harassment going down, kind of cutesy, whatever. That's not one of the broader strokes of this match that I really want to cover. If you're wondering about this barracks placement, normally you'd see a barracks like right here, basically. I think the reason he did that is just to mess with his opponent's head, because this overlord over here scouted across this way, and normally when you do that you would see the Terran player trying to wall off, but by building your barracks here, they're not going to see it. Oh, and he's actually moving back. They're not going to see it, and he would maybe freak out and think, oh my god, there's a barracks coming, it's going to be 10 Rex Reapers. Oh man, I dream about this all the time, I have nightmares. I might think something like that is going to happen, and that can just get into your opponent's head, mess up their build order, just get into their head psychologically. It's actually a pretty serious psychological game to StarCraft, especially at a high level. Messing with each other's minds. So you can see he got basically 4 or 5 Marines out of this first barracks, and then he's getting a reactor right around the time his factory is finishing, and then swapping these two out, while also after his factory finishes, getting a starport. Continuing to do some harassment with these hellions. I mean, because hellions are faster than zerglings, and they have that linear range, it's so strong. Hellions are so good versus zerglings. I'll say zerglings off creep without speed zerglings, because speed, if you get this metabolic boost, makes zerglings actually a whole lot better versus hellions. They can catch up and do us around and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So you see he's just pumping hellions now and getting a single medevac out. And this medevac is going to serve to be his opening drop, or his opening harassment. And what he's going to try to do with this harassment is buy an expansion. I always feel like in this game you have to earn every expansion you get. by doing something. You have to do something to allow the other player to allow you to expand. Because if you're making an expansion, you're not getting tech, and you're not getting an army. So realistically, there is a way that your opponent can overcome you in a even situation. If you're expanding, he's not. So what he was doing with these hellions is doing this micro against roaches, because hellions are faster and have a longer range than roaches, so they can actually technically micro forever. But you know, kind of micro intensive. Wouldn't recommend it too much. And these roaches are doing a decent amount of damage here, almost getting that reactor down, but this one marauder says, "No, roach. No, you may not. I'm a marauder and I'm here to end your fun." This is actually a quite effective harassment. He's got like, what, 6 or 7 drones already? Queens are trying to take out that medevac. If you can take out that medevac, this harassment is much less effective. 3 more drones. What is that? Another 3, another 4. Ooh, man. Very effective harassment. And a lot of it has to do with the map and just the mobility of these 2 units. 2 units are incredibly mobile. Hellions among the fastest units in the game. The fastest units in the game? I don't know. I don't think so. And then obviously medevacs let you just pick them up in and out of combat constantly. So strong. So what's he doing while this harassment is going on? Threw down an expansion and 2 more barracks. That was how he earned this expansion, is with that harassment. Getting those hellions in there. There's no way the Zerg player can move out if he's got hellions in his base, so he can earn this expansion. Excuse me. Also, he's put a tech lab on the starport, and he is showing his cards right here. He says, "I'm not done with harassment. I'm going to continue to harass until I win the game." So he's getting banshees, not getting cloak, which I think is a good decision, because you'll see this attack he does is a marine drop with banshees, and the banshees do some insane damage to the roaches that the marines would actually have a little bit of problems dealing with. He's getting 2 tech labs on these barracks, which I think is an interesting choice because he has scouted this spire, and I would have thought one of these would be a reactor.